primetime battle. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you under the lights. We'll be putting in the spotlight. The guys miss. They're going to give us a fun old-school game on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, Mike, because, I mean, how many of these games have you and I done where we start out saying, all right, the quarterbacks, the wide receiver, these two electric passing games, that's how these offenses are built. But now we have a little bit of...
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led by C.J. Stroud.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
On second down, Stroud. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stroud. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Back to throw. Stroud. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Stroud going to set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he will not. What are you going to do on 4th down? No issues there. This one is good. And the Bills are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start. Get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. This one from just under 50 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot, buy some extra time for your offensive line, and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Now they'll set up to throw. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in for the touchdown. It's his second touchdown of the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. On the zone read, here's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Stroud. Going right sideline and complete. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 10-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. First and 10. Here's Stroud. A pass taken in by Johnson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Slot man in motion left. On play action. Stroud in trouble, and down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Patterson now to return it. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Bills will send out the field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bills cut the deficit down to 1.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. They'll begin with a zone read. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. He's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Up the middle they go. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
He's just such a hard guy to get on the ground. You can see just his strength and his ability to fight through contact. But give credit to the defense. They kept coming after him, and eventually they got him down on the ground, and they got him down for a loss.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
No problem there on the extra point. And his guys are going to open up the lead to 8. Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On the toss, they'll run. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Stroud. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll look over the middle and find his running back.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass, as they continue to wear this defense out.
And he's in! Touchdown, Bills. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills move back to within 1.
Our home team 17. Visitors 16.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll send their tight end left. He'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Quick throw, taken in.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. To throw is Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now, for the point after. His kick is good. And the Bills will open up a 6-point lead.
Our home team, 17.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw on the run is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now they'll set up to throw.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. Suddenly now the pass is a little less accurate, an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 28-10, the final. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. And a short pickup to about the 30. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
At the Bills' 12-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. To the goal line and in for the score. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Now pass to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And his guys have taken a 4-point advantage. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Bills' 1st down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the give, it's Johnson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Stroud. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now, out comes the offense. As they take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Try to start on the ground. Not much happening there. Just a short game. He'll get this out to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Stroud going to set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Has a touchdown. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And his guys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slot receiver headed right. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Buffalo.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Stroud. A pass taken in by Johnson. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
From the gun, here's Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
First down, Bills.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Still going. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Extra point try by Bass. The kick is good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
You look underneath here for Johnson.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. There's that man again. Another catch.
To number 89. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Bills first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They motion the slot man left. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They send him right out of the slot. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings us 3rd and
2. He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal, waiting. They say he did not break the plane. He's down inside the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Now they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone for the touchdown. That his second touchdown tonight. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And his guys are able to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Stroud. Now he takes off. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Stroud. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Throwing is Stroud. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down. Stroud to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And the Bills' first down.
Here's Stroud. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Buffalo.
To throw is Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. Stroud. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Stroud. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Stroud going to set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Bills. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Bills are able to edge a bit closer.
Home team 48, visitors 30.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
First and 10. Now a give on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Handoff here, up the middle, and a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory.